Hello, this is Rich Canleone coming to you from CME Group Trading Floor. Today's segment is going to be called Bull or Bounce. Are we still in a bull market, or is this just a bounce that we should take advantage of and look for a specific area as a selling opportunity? There are some underlying fundamental concerns that I think the market is focusing in on. Obviously, what is still going on in Europe with respect to the Eurozone and the possibility of Greece coming out of the Eurozone and what that would mean to the US dollar. At first blush, that would probably mean that the US dollar gets a bounce going. If the dollar index gets a bounce going, obviously that doesn't bode well with respect to the US equity markets and that whole trade. Deeper than that, in light of what we've seen in terms of the trade balance today particularly, I think that's drawing some concerns as well, especially with the budget deficit concerns that's in front of Congress right now. Having said all that, let's not forget that at 1 o'clock today we also have the monthly budget statement. Now, we're all aware that we've had some margin increases by some of the exchanges. The CME particularly has increased margins in some of the crude products and crude-related products, and that's why we're seeing some of that exit trade. So we've seen some serious open interest come out of that trade, and in light of that, let's not forget that 25% or so of the component structure of the S&P 500 are crude and crude-related equities. So that is what's dragging us down. So 25% of that is putting pressure on the market and futures overall, reacting to it and actually seeing some open interest on a decline there as well. One thing I want to keep you guys informed about is the weeklies. The weeklies that we've been keeping an eye on, particularly in the S&P futures. The week of the 29th, we had a breakout high, if you recall, and that took out the high on the year. That high was 63.75. That took out the 43 even previous high. The week of the 6th, we had an outside week. For those technicians out there, they know exactly what that means. We had an outside week where we took out the high, we took out the low. However, ideally what you want to do is you want to close below that low. We closed that week, which was last week, at 34.5. That means that the market is about to make a directional shift here. That week we put in the high based on the whole bin Laden death issue. One thing we are keeping an eye on as well is the 8-day moving average. 1346 is the 8-day moving average. We are on top of that, holding it as support. But one thing you want to keep an eye on is if we close under that. So the market definitely on the fence here. This could be a bounce that we need to take some opportunity on. So trade smartly, keep an eye on those levels, and have a good trading day. Rich Canleone signing out. Thank you.